Hello class, today we're going to go over fraction addition. First, we're going to recall how to put fractions on a number line. So we have our number line here, and say we wanted to place, how about 2/3? So we would take the unit segment from 0 to 1, and we look at the denominator. The denominator is 3, and that tells us to split the unit segment into 3 equal parts. 3 equal parts means 2 tick marks. 1 equal part, 2 equal parts, 3 equal parts. And then we do the same from 1 to 2, and we can continue if our number line was longer. And then the numerator tells us how many steps we take to the right of 0 in the thirds that we made to find 2/3. So we take 2 steps. 1 step, 2 steps, and there is 2/3. And that is how we place fractions on the number line. And then to add on the number line, let's consider adding whole numbers. We're comfortable with adding whole numbers. So we place our whole numbers on the number line. 5, 6, 7, and let's say I wanted to add 2 plus 5. So to use the number line to add 2 plus 5, I start at 2, and then I take 5 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps. And I landed on the number 7, and that tells me that 2 plus 5 is 7. Now, if we were to consider fractions and we wanted to add them, we need to do the same thing as whole number addition. Fraction addition is no different from whole number addition at all. So let's look at, let's try to add the 2 fractions. 2 thirds plus 5 thirds. So just like with whole number addition, first we have to find 2/3 on the number line. So we're going to place 0, we're going to place 1, we're going to place 2, we're going to split each unit segment into 3 equal parts because 3 is the denominator, and then we find 2/3. 2/3 is right there. And now we want to add 5 thirds. We're going to add 5 thirds to 2/3, which means we're going to take 5 steps, but our steps, instead of with whole number addition, we were stepping whole numbers, our steps now are going to be in 1/3. So here's 1/3, here's 2/3, here's 3/3, here's 4/3, and here is 5/3. So we have now made 5/3 steps. What number did we land on? Well, here's 1/3, here's 2/3, 3/3, 4/3, 5/3, 6/3, 7/3. So we landed on 7/3. That tells us that 2/3 plus 5/3 is 7/3. But wait, here our denominators were the same. They were both thirds. What happens if our denominators are different? Well, that's when the trouble comes in. So the key is to do whatever we can to make the denominators the same. So let's say we have an addition problem where we have 2 fractions. Let's stick with 2/3. I still like 2/3. We have 2/3 plus, I don't know, how about 1/2? Okay, well, we know what we need to do when we want to add two fractions. The first thing we need to do is draw our number line. Here's our number line, and we're going to get 0 and 1 on there, just like usual. There's 2, there's 3. 2/3, we look at the denominator. We look at this denominator, and that tells us to split 0 to 1 into 3 equal parts, 1 to 2 into 3 equal parts, and 2 to 3 into 3 equal parts. And then we count the numerator. The numerator tells us what number we go to the right of 0. We take 2 steps, 1, 2 steps, and there's 2/3. Now 1/2, we need to count 1/2s, but there are no halves on this number line. So how do I make my number line have halves? Well, I have thirds already. What happens if I split each of my third in half? I split each of my third in half. What is this number right there? Well, the unit segment from 0 to 1 is split into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 equal parts, so this is 1/6. And the next one is 2/6, and then 3/6, and then 4/6, and then 5/6, and then 6/6, and 7/6, and 8/6, and 9/6, and so on. So now, how much is 1/2? How many tick marks do I have to go in the sequence of 6 to count off 1/2? 1/2 is equal to, in the sequence of 6, is equal to 3/6. So let's write that down. So we still have 2/3 plus, and then 1/2 we know is equal to 3/6. And 2/3 in the sequence of 6 is equal to how many 6? 2/3 is equal to how many 6? 4/6. Aha! Now we can count by 6. Now our fractions have the same denominator. So 2/3 is equal to 4/6. This is the same place, 4/6. And I'm adding 3/6, so I count 3/6. 1/6, 2/6, 3/6. And what number did I land on? Oh dear, I gotta count all those numbers up too. All right, I counted 4/6, and then I did, that's 5/6. 1 is 6/6. This is 7/6. And you'll notice when the denominators are the same, all we do is add the numerators. Thank you very much, students.